The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties.
From the Zioli Fieldhouse on the campus of Wilton High School, it's high school basketball on the HAN Network. And a good evening, everyone, with Chris Kalin, Dan Gardella. This is Rob Adams joining you courtside at Wilton High School tonight. The Brien McMahon Senators, with a record of 11-5, 6-4 in the FCIAC, take on the hometown Wilton Warriors at 9-5, 6-4. Eric Gendron directing behind us, and Cato, a good one tonight. Two teams that need wins for FCIAC playoff supremacy and seeding, if you will.
Absolutely, and for Brien McMahon, they're in a good spot. They just need to play out the string. It looks like they definitely have a state berth. Looks like they're going to, if it all goes according to plan, they're going to be in the FCIAC tournament. They'll have a seat at the tournament. As for Wilton, they definitely need to get this win tonight to help fortify a seed in the FCIAC tournament. And for Wilton, they need more wins going forward than Brien McMahon does. Brien McMahon, with their 11 wins overall, they're definitely good to go in the state as far as seeding. They'll get a good view. And for Wilton, this is a team that kind of struggled early. They've kind of picked up the pace. When we were here last time, they had an easy game against Ridgefield, a big surprise. They came out shooting well. They were hitting all their shots and pretty much cruised to it was a 10-point victory, which could have been, if they had kept the foot on the throat of Ridgefield, could have easily been a 50-point blowout.
It was a big blowout that night. We're watching the starting lineups getting introduced right now as the teams come onto the floor. Wilton in the process of being introduced right now. We already met the Senators, including their key player, the senior Jamerica Green-Younger. As the Warriors get introduced, they'll have Matt Cronenberg with Jack Williams, Drew Connolly, Jack Wood, and James Maloney in the starting lineup. It's Green-Younger with Marvin Best, TJ Burden, Jared Fields, and David Civil, the starting lineup for Ken Dustin's Brien McMahon Senators. We'll take a timeout, come back to Wilton, and tip it off right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Denali is your outdoor retail destination in the Westfield Trumbull Mall. For the last 21 years, we have carefully selected clothing, footwear, and gear from a variety of the best outdoor brands, such as the North Face, Patagonia, Vineyard Vines, UGG, Merrell, GoPro, New Balance, and many more. Our stores have a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you with all of your running, hiking, and cold weather needs, and in discovering all things outdoorsy and awesome. Visit us in the Westfield Trumbull Mall or online at denalioutdoor.com.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back at Wilton High School, Rob Adams, Chris Kalin, and let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew tonight, Mr. Dan Gardella. Dan, good evening.
Good evening, guys. You talked about the key players for McMahon. Also, you want to look out for the senior David Civil. I had the opportunity to watch them play against St. Joseph's about a week ago, and they're very fast-paced offense. They run and gun up the court. So Wilton definitely wants to play at their pace if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Dan, thank you very much. Looking sharp, by the way.
I told you guys I was trying to go for the Craig Sager look, but my turquoise suit was in the wash.
That's all right. You honored Mr. Sager quite well. I'm impressed.
Everybody's into the bow tie this year. I noticed that too.
Well, a fellow St. Joe's student, although in this case an alum, Of course, our very own Jake Zimmer went for the bow tie a few times.
Well, Jake Zimmer's doing it. My stepson Shane is doing it. Everybody's getting into the bow tie. Looks like it's making a comeback.
I think you got to give Ken Rosenthal a little bit of credit for that as we are tipped off and underway. Brien McMahon in the blue with the white and the red trim. And off we go, brought up into the front court by Marvin Best. Best has got it up top, swings left, takes a look over to Green Younger. Swings it back up top for Burden. Now to the right side, they go to Jared Fields. Further on to the sideline out on the wing. They bring it back up top for Burden. All the way over into the corner. Green Younger for 3 from the corner. That's no good. The board taken back by the Warriors and Jack Williams. No score, 30 seconds gone by. Up top, Cronenberg. Chatted with Cronenberg's father before the game. They were thrilled with the way the last broadcast went here. We just try to bring the best we can, taken back the other way by Best. We do not promise good results. Laid up and in by Burden, and we're off and running at 2-0.
Unfortunately on that pass, James Maloney was taking the pass, turned his head a little too quick, takes it right off the side, doesn't get a good hand on it, ends up taking it off the head.
Maloney wearing 10 tonight. I believe he wore 35 the last time we were here. Tonight in number 10, left corner, a 3. That is good for Jack Williams.
And for Wilton, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to rotate, move the ball well, and get the 3-pointers.
Wilton takes a 3-2 lead, now swinging over into the left corner. Here's a 3. That rattles around, no good by Burden, and it'll go back the other way. Here's Cronenberg, the 5'9 junior, gets to the left side, brings it all the way across into the right corner for Drew Connolly. Connolly on the dribble, back up top, goes to Williams. Williams off to the far side. Now the pull-up from the free throw line is good.
Wilton early on, I'm sorry.
No, that's Maloney. Go ahead.
Wilton early on, working around the perimeter, not getting inside the paint. You don't even see many guys cutting through the paint.
Marvin Best, the senior point guard, brings it up, gets it up top to Jared Fields. Fields way up top, hands it off now to Green Younger, deals off to the elbow for a jumper no good from David Civil. 5-2 the score, a 3-point lead for the Warriors early on with under 6 to go in the opening stanza. Looking over, bring it over to the right side now, and a 3 for Williams. That's no good. He thought he had it, but the put back there.
Great hustle by Kronberg, getting the rebound and getting space to put it back up.
A 7-2 lead. The early thinking was the Senators, who got off to a great start, were going to be one of the hot stories. They're now on the fringe of the FCIAC playoffs, on the outside looking in fact, as this is knocked away and going back the other way. Here's Connolly. Connolly coast to coast lays it in. A 9-2 run now, and a 9-0 run to be exact for the Warriors. Best to the right wing, deals inside. Now the pull-up closer to the baseline is good for Fields. So Fields stops the bleeding. It's 9-4.
Fields out by the 3-point line, recognizes the defender in his face, puts it on the floor and goes around.
At the other end, here's Maloney. He misses, gets it back, dishes it off right into our face for Connolly. Now driving in the lane. That was Williams, and we get our first foul of the night. We know these officials. Introduce them to us.
Well, our lead official is Tommy Cribbins and his partner, John Jowdy.
Marvin Best will pick up the foul, his first. And I have to do a make good, although you set me up for trouble because you told Tom Cribbin this. I know you. That's why Tom, and I've known Tom a long time, dating back to the late 90s, in fact, when he was assistant coach for Greenwich High School under Bill Brem. He was the JV coach and a super smart basketball guy. And Tom and I worked on some video stuff together as well. So as driving to the right side of the lane, it's stripped away and taken back the other way from Maloney. We get a whistle down at the other end. Last night, Tom says to me before the game, do me a favor, say hi to my wife, Terry. And again, I haven't seen Terry in 100 years, but nonetheless, I screwed up and didn't say hello. Last night, Cato, always happy to roll an RV over my body, did so. And Tom greeted me today and said, you screwed up last night. So hi, Terry. My bad. Free throw. No good.
It's good you manned up and you apologize. I give you credit.
Be quiet. Junior Brendan Quinlan Huerta's at the line. He gets a second one. Couple of dribbles at the stripe. Puts the second one up. That is good. 1 out of 2 at the line. It's a 9-5 game. Big fan of this field house, but I mentioned it last time. The PA system leaves just a hair to be desired because it's hard to hear, especially under our headsets. In the lane, here's Cronenberg to put it home.
Cronenberg with that hard jump shot, then travels up just inside the foul line to get the rebound. Great hustle and great concentration to put it back.
The Wilton lead back up to 6. Bounce pass comes back out to Jamarica Green-Younger off to the right side. Here's Quinlan Huertas off to the left wing. The handoff then goes to David Civil. Now they're playing it with Huertas down low, and we get a foul in the lane. Jack Wood picks up the foul.
There was a foul on the floor. Brien McMahon finally got the Wilton defense moving and creating a space in a lane to drive to the basket. Unfortunately, Wood just getting there just a little too late to get the block.
Called it on the floor, so stepping in, trying to throw it up in the lane. Looked like it might have been knocked around by Williams, and here come the Warriors. McMahon 3 and 5 in their last 8. Off to the left side goes Drew Connolly. Connolly, right hand on the dribble, switches. Now he pulls up, gives it off to Cronenberg, brings it across with a no-look for Williams. That's a 3.
Williams came down, stood here in the corner, Rob, didn't move. Let the 4 men rotate and move around and draw defenders away from him.
Matt St. Louis with the ball, now swings it over into the left corner. That's Quinlan Huertas. That's short and taken back by Connolly. At the other end, the quick outlet comes down to Maloney. And a timeout's going to be needed. The lead up to 11 at 16-5.
Wilson early on demonstrating that they can run the floor as well as Brien McMahon.
Early on, Dan Gardella, a solid start for the Wilton Warriors.
They're definitely off to a fast start, and the pace, like I said, is very, very fast. We're only around halfway through this first quarter, and Wilton's already got 16 points. So we'll continue to see how the pace continues, if it slows up or if it stays the same.
Daniel, thank you very much. 16-5 game, 3:29 remaining in the first quarter.
And early on, you see it. Wilton is the bigger team over Brien McMahon. But I think more than anything, what's surprising Brien McMahon is that Wilton is just as fast to the ball on defense. They're getting to the points and shutting down either the shooter before they can pull up and shoot or put the ball on the floor to drive. And right now for Brien McMahon, it's got to be a little bit frustrating because you're doing everything the right way. You're executing your passes the way you want. You're still getting beat on the floor.
A little national baseball news today of note and not good for the New York Mets, Cato.
No, I wouldn't say that. They did well last year without
They did.
Henry
Mejia is permanently banned from baseball due to his 3rd failed steroid test.
The first player to do so. Why? Because he's stupid.
Pass goes inside. In the lane to put it home is David Civil. Civil cuts it to 16-7. Cronenberg slowing up the pace in the backcourt.
And watching Civil, he's just a pure athlete. He moves well. He's got those long strides. He's got the big arms, and he gets that spacing right out there to get that little jumper.
Connolly with Quinlan Huertas screaming in his face, and a violation will turn it back the other way. Took too long to get it going.
And a 5-second closely guarded violation called. And the hard part was give Huertas a lot of credit. It was, a little bit of the screaming. He's screaming for help for somebody to come over with him to keep that pass from getting outletted.
And the junior had it, switched off to the right side, now taken back up top. Green-Younger gets down low. So it's 16-9 now with 2:43 to go in the first. Not a large crowd tonight, but a nice crowd, comfortable. Joel Jeriak, the head coach of the Warriors, said a fast hello to him before the game. Ken Dustin across the way for Brien McMahon. Their athletic director, Joe Matafari, here. Talked to him for a moment as well. And I saw Chris McDougal, the AD, here at Wilton also. So good people here tonight, and a good turnover for Matt St. Louis. Gets it across the line, spins it back the other way as the Warriors get it, though. Up top, Cronenberg gets to the elbow. A wild shot's going to turn into an air ball. Recovered by Civil. Now the putback by Cronenberg. The lead to 18-9. Bounce pass goes to the left side. Foul line extended. Waiting there was Marvin Best, and will come right over near us and out of bounds with a foul.
And it's just it was just a pass, but it's just a heads-up play. It really was. It's just a heads-up play by Jack Williams. Gets to the spot, recognizes where he is. Not only that, with the loose ball, he draws the foul from St. Louis.
Matt St. Louis picks up the foul. That's his first.
You see, I'm still in hockey mode a little bit.
A little bit.
Good thing I didn't call him Marty.
Sean Breslin checks in. Speaking of Marty, driving in to the right, blocks, put up, no good, but a foul as Williams was driving in. Fine retirement ceremony the other night for the great Martin Brodeur, Marty as they may call him. All the great people are named Marty, aren't they?
It's a way to suck up to the boss.
You're welcome. I do what I can. Of course, the best part of that ceremony for me was the even greater Michael Doc Emmerich hosting those ceremonies. Here's the free throw. That is up and no good. TJ Burden checks back in for the Senators, who trail 18-9 with 2 to go in the first. Second free throw coming, and that is good. Williams 1 out of 2 from the stripe, the lead at 19-9. Left side, Quinlan Hurtis. Off to the right side now to St. Louis. Left hand on the dribble comes from Jamaica Green-Younger. Off to the left side, TJ Burden swings it all the way across. Open look, but not taking it. Now the floater in the lane is a pretty one for Matt St. Louis.
St. Louis with a great dribble drive. I'm surprised he didn't pull up for the 3, despite the rushing guard in Cronenberg. But then he puts it on the floor with a nice drive.
Just inside the arc, the pull up from Williams, but they get the board. Back up top was Wood. Now they swing it left. That goes over to Cronenberg. Cronenberg switching hands on the dribble. He'll pull up and hit.
Oh, great handwork. Great ball handling by Cronenberg.
21-11. Cronenberg has 8. Down low, off glass. The high off glass, no good for Civil. Now the Warriors looking in transition. They go left to Cronenberg. Cronenberg baseline. Tried to bounce it over to Breslin. Breslin grabs it out of the right corner. That ball looked like it was heading out of bounds. Up top, Cronenberg goes to his left, now steps between the circles. The pull-up from Williams is off the front of the rim, no good. And over the back will be called on Kyle Schifrin. A small McMahon cheering section here.
I believe that's made up of the freshmen and JV teams as well as some other students.
That's about right. 21-11, 47 to go in the opening frame. Ball will be brought up by TJ Burden. Crowd getting kind of quiet. Playing a game of catch in the backcourt across the timeline. The bounce pass goes to the far side. Swing it all the way across here. St. Louis knocked away by Breslin and out of bounds. Nice hustle by Sean Breslin.
Seeing Brien McMahon, they're trying to stretch the floor in their offensive sets, but the problem is Wilton is just too quick. They're stepping into the passing lanes.
Inbounded to Burden with 31 to go. Bounce pass goes right side. Take a look. Back out to Burden. They'll bring it all the way across and knocked away. Here comes Breslin in a 2-on-1. Does it himself and lays it in.
Anthony Burden loses the handle on that pass and unable to get off a clean throw.
Lead up to 12, largest of the night as we're down to 14. They'll look down low and Breslin knocks it away. Cronenberg from left to right come the Warriors. Pull up. No good. The rebound taken back by Schifrin. Puts it home and a foul. TJ Burden will pick up the foul, his first and the team's fourth. The one note I have mentioned about this wonderful field house, besides the PA, love the scoreboard hanging overhead. They just don't tell you who the foul is on and little things like that. Missing the free throw with 1 from the corner and the 3, no good. But the first quarter does come to an end with the Wilton Warriors on top, 25-11. We'll take a break, come back, start the second quarter right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Here at the Darien Sports Shop, we are very excited about our newly redesigned men's department. Gentlemen, if you're shopping for work, weekend, or wedding, we've got the latest styles and trends inside our spacious new department just for you. We have vast selections from Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, Duckhead, Barber, and so much more. And you can even walk out of the store in the new Wolverine 1,000-mile men's boot. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Back at Wilton High School, Rob Adams, Chris Callen, Dan Gardella. In the battle of twos, according to Game Time CT, number 2 ranked Notre Dame of West Haven takes a big lead and holds off number 2 ranked Greenwich 3-2 at the Edward L. Bennett Rink. We'll have Greenwich and Darien on Monday, with the Cardinals having lost 2 of their last 3. From left to right come the Wilton Warriors. They have a 25-11 lead, 14-point lead, largest of the game. Handoff goes to Williams. Williams swings it all the way over into the left corner, out of bounds. Dan, your thoughts as we start the second?
It seems like Wilton is beating McMahon at their own game. At the end of the first quarter, they had 25 points. The pace was incredibly fast. So Wilton, I'm not sure if this is their style of play, but McMahon is going to have to either, as he dribbles it out of bounds, they're going to have to either keep up this pace and get back in the game or try something different.
Getting knocked out of bounds was TJ Burden. It'll be Wilton ball. Some of the McMahon fans wanted a call on a foul, but they're not going to get it. On the inbound, it comes in to Drew Connolly. Connolly brings it across the timeline. Yes, sir.
Burden stepped out of bounds before the contact, so the out of bounds takes precedent.
Down low to the blocks. Spinning around goes Mike Brown. Did not mean to rhyme there on purpose. Connolly, right hand on the dribble, slows things up. Now he starts his drive. He'll back it out, fakes it. It's coming right over to us.
Rob, you got to catch those. What's wrong?
My foot got blocked. I was trying to catch it.
Yeah, but you're right there for the three-pointer.
But it rolled over to me.
You're making excuses now.
Quiet.
Thank you, Carmelo.
It's like you making excuses about Sandy Alderson. Bounce pass goes ahead between the circles. Off to the left. Be quiet.
That's you.
Burden off to the right corner. Out it goes. Driving inside goes Jared Fields. Here's a 3. That rattles around. No good. The put back there. No good. And a foul.
McMahon's been using a lot of driving and kicking, which has proved to, get most of their points, and in this case, get Civil to the line.
Drew Connolly picks up the foul. David Civil to the line.
Not to the line. The ball's going to be called on the floor.
I see that now. So on the inbound, it's taken all the way across. Up top goes left. Here's a 3 coming. That is too strong. That was Burden looking for the rebound. They don't get it. It comes back the other way, and here are the Warriors. Connolly into the lane. Connolly with the fadeaway. Well, Connolly was going to fall down, but not the case. 27-11 as we go nearly 90 seconds of the quarter without a bucket. Looking back up top, played by St. Louis, deals down low to the left baseline, up and in, and Quinlan Huertas gets on the board.
Great ball movement to get to the baseline, get himself in there for a good shot.
27-13. The lead has swelled to 16 at one point. This is knocked out of bounds. 6:09 to go before intermission.
That was a tremendous block.
Jack Williams takes a seat. Mike Brown on here from the corner. The 3 is an air ball, but the putback there for Kyle Schifrin.
Great hustle by Schifrin. He was outside the lane on the perimeter, not on the perimeter, but inside the foul line with the drive in to get the rebound.
Looking down low, ball loose, out of bounds, last touched by David Civil, the senior, for Brien McMahon. Thanks to Uncle Drew on Twitter for tweeting. McMahon versus Wilton will be at HAN Network CT. If you come to the game, watch it on air. I like that way of thinking. Right side, Connolly. Connolly deals back up top to Wood. Has it get away. That got away from Breslin. Hands it off, though. Off to the baseline it comes. Bounce pass going back out. Looking inside, the floater is good. Cronenberg is hot, he's got 10.
Cronin's found a good shot out there at the foul line.
31-13, they'll spin it back the other way. Here's Cronenberg, deals right, finds a wide open man back up top. Cronenberg from way downtown, that's good.
Nails it from the NBA three-point line.
34-13, the lead 21 now. Off into the corner it goes for Green Younger. Goes to the far sideline. Bounce pass comes back out to Jared Fields, the senior. Fields takes a look around. Dishes off. Fields off to Green Younger in the corner. Now coming in. Floater from the blocks, no good. And a whistle.
The ball movement so far for Brien McMahon has been pretty good. They've been able to get it, put it on the floor. It's when they get toward those closer areas and they're ready to shoot. That's when Wilton pounces.
The quick inbound is thrown up, no good. And taken back the other way by Connolly. Connolly to the right wing. Back out. Cronenberg a deep three off the front of the rim, no good. Breslin tried the sky for it. Green Younger gets the rebound. Switches hands on the dribble, and we'll get a reach-in foul here on Cronenberg, his first. (34-13) as Jack Williams checks back in. Drew Connolly will take a seat. 4:21 to go in the first half at Wilton High School. Quinlan Huertas will inbound. Looking, bounce pass comes over to him on the left side. Kickball will stop things. 4:16 to go in the first half. Wrestling tomorrow, the championships here on the HAN Network. 4 o'clock from New Canaan High School. Off to the baseline, David Civil bringing it all the way back out, driving in. Now it's at the free throw line. Off to the right side, Green Younger, a three, that's good.
Green Younger stayed out on that wing, really didn't move much, didn't go to the basket, just sat and waited for everybody to get away from him. And good job finding him with the ball.
Breslin from the baseline, I believe he traveled, and he did.
Yes, he did.
Rumor is you can't do that.
That's what I heard.
Okay. I mean, that's what Dr. Naismith told me. To the baseline, driving in, Civil, and a foul. Considering I was getting picked on tonight for being old. Anthony Pirelli reports that St. Luke's wins a competitive offensive game, 86-77 over GFA. That be Greens Farms Academy.
That's Wilton's 7th foul of the half. Brien McMahon will be shooting 1-1.
And the foul was on?
That I wasn't able to see.
Okay.
And I didn't hear it either because you were talking to me.
I was, sorry.
That's quite all right. You're forgiven.
Civil to the line with the 1-1, first good.
Just remember the shout-outs.
I'm trying. I'm an especially big Anthony Pirelli fan after he reminded me how old I was last night, telling me how I was broadcasting his GYFL games when he was just a wee lad. Second free throw is good. He was actually quoting later on in a tweet. Up top, Williams. Williams steps between the circles, gives it back to Wood. Jack Wood on the right blocks, bounce pass to the right side, and a whistle comes away and turns it back the other way.
Breslin got a little happy feet trying to find a guy to pass it off to.
Nick Cronenberg will check in. The 5'6" freshman has played every game tonight in this building.
A busy young man.
Off to the left side. Now the bounce pass goes inside the Civil on the baseline. Coming back out, Green Younger. Right hand on the ball. 3:15 to go before intermission. Gets between the circles. No look pass. 15-footer from the right side. No good. That was by Fields looking for the putback. It's there. Civil has 6, and it's 34-20. But the Senators have a lot of work to do with under 3 to go in the first half. Jack Williams up top, starts his drive, gets to the blocks, goes to lean in, puts it up, a foul called. I'm not not the sharpest guy in the world, but I know things that are going on when I see things going on.
Yeah.
When I see smiling faces walking right in front of our cameras and our table, then stop, turn around, and come back, that's an attempt to get on TV. First free throw bounces in and out.
I want to be famous.
Hey, we were all that age once. Second one on the way. It's up. That's good. 35-20. These kids are loving it right up behind us. Off to the right side, Green Younger. All the way back out, Fields. Now stepping inside. Fields lobbed it back out. It's taken by Quinlan Huertas. Took a look to his right, dish to the left. Great ball movement to get it back to Huertas. Off glass, yes!
Huertas showing the strength, driving to the basket, keeping control of his body and the ball.
And the save by Green Younger on the sideline was a thing of beauty. At the elbow, tipped away, coming back the other way it goes. Green Younger trying to do it himself. It's no good, but the putback is there. Fields couldn't hit, but a foul. Drew Connolly picks up his third. That is what we call foul trouble. 35-22 Wilton, 2:11 to go in the first half. Free throw, no good.
Connolly's going to take a seat.
Sean Breslin comes back. In 2 minutes and 11 seconds, you, dear friends, will be treated to a Kate Czaplinski in-game news update. Second free throw is no good. 0 of 2 at the line, and 2:08 to go in the first half. Jack Williams up top, gets to the elbow, now to the right blocks. Sends it out to Cronenberg. Cronenberg with the handoff back to Williams. Williams for three. That's no good. It was a hair strong, but he gets the rebound out of bounds. He was the last one to touch it. Battling with Quinlan Huertas, the junior. It'll go the other way with the Senators. That red, white, and blue that they wear. Accent on the blue tonight with the red and white trim. Down to 1:40 to go. Bounce pass goes to the left sideline. Green Younger there. Up top, played by Huertas. Back to Green Younger. Step between the circles, lost control of it. Taken away by Cronenberg. At the other end, Williams lays it in. A bad turnover and a bad switch. 37-22. Huertas steals. Civil leans in. It's a foul. It's going the other way.
It was a good dribble drive by David Civil, but the thing is, Williams just had position defensively underneath the boards and draws the charge.
37-22. Both teams in the bonus now. 1:19 to go before the break. Jack Williams, the 6'1 junior, will bring it up. Gets between the circles, the handoff to Breslin, who lost the handle on it. Huertas in transition, puts it behind his back as he gets across the timeline. 1:04 to go in the first half. Jared Fields back to Huertas, deals across right side. That's where he finds Marvin Best and a whistle. Everybody shooting free throws at this point. Breslin will pick up the foul. 9th team foul.
Still shooting the 1-and-1.
Marvin Best to the line.
And if Brien McMahon's going to try to climb themselves to within 10, this is the thing. These are the things they got to do. You got to make these free throws.
The miss, but the putback and another foul. Tom Cribben will have the call. James Maloney picks up the foul, his first. 55.3 remaining in the first half, 37-22. Free throw up, and that is good. We have not seen over the past 24 hours the sharpest of free throw shooting. Second free throw is on the way. Here it comes. Civil up, and that is good.
Yeah, at times I was beginning to wonder if somebody shrunk the rim and didn't tell us.
55.3 remaining. First half, a 13-point lead, and Jack Williams in no rush to bring it across the timeline. Now he does, gets into the front court. Green Younger joins him there. Breslin now off into the corner for Jack Wood. All the way back up top for Williams. 40 to go in the first half. The pull up from 17 is no good. They'll knock it around, and it'll be taken back by Matt St. Louis of Brien McMahon. Gets it across the line, deals left. Green Younger trying to put on the show as he floats in from the left baseline. Flying in comes Fields. Fields grabs it back with 24 remaining in the first half. 37-24. They will not get it under double digits. 13 points as they seem to hold for the last shot. Quinlan Huertas now driving in St. Louis. Off glass he goes.
Great job by Quinlan, driving in off the window.
37-26. They got to throw something up here at the buzzer. They do, and that'll land in the Wilton student cheering section. 37-26 will be the halftime deficit for the Brien McMahon Senators as the Wilton Warriors will head off to the locker room. Joel Jeriak is standing with our own Dan Gardella. Dan.
Hey guys, I'm with Coach Jeriak. Coach, it was a very fast-paced first half as you have 37 points at halftime. What else has been working for you guys?
Right now, getting out in the fast break is working out well for us. Defensively, the 1-3-1 confused them a little bit. They started figuring it out, so we switched back to our 3-2. But right now, we just got to keep getting out in transition and get some easy backs.
What's one thing you need to do to hold this lead and finish out the win?
One, rebounds. Make sure they don't get any, and stop penetration by them. When they get penetration, they're getting good shots, and we have to stop that from happening.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Dan, great stuff. Thanks to Coach Jeriak as well. We have reached halftime here at Wilton High School. And our halftime score, the hometown Wilton Warriors lead the Brien McMahon Senators 37-26. Kate Czaplinski is coming up with your HAN Network in-game news update. Back for the second half with our score, Wilton 37, McMahon 26. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
I'm Kate Czaplinski, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you some of the stories we're following on Friday, February 12th, including two 18-year-old Norwalk males and a Norwalk juvenile were arrested by New Canaan police on Wednesday for allegedly stealing from a South Avenue resident a short time earlier. New Canaan police were dispatched to a residence on South Avenue at 9:46 at night on a report of a larceny that had just occurred. The thieves allegedly came to the home to buy some items that the New Canaan resident had posted for sale online. According to a police report, one of the three males took 3 Verizon tablets, a pair of Nike sneakers, and Gatorade pocket shoes, offering to pay $250, but then got into a vehicle and the 3 left without paying. Police broadcast the car registration, which had been photographed by a witness, to area police departments. Wilton police located and stopped the suspect vehicle, and the teams were held until members of the New Canaan Police Department arrived. Based on the investigation, Kyle Vignault, Steph Alsena, and a juvenile were charged with conspiracy to commit larceny and larceny. And a New Haven lawmaker wants a discussion this session about legalizing marijuana. State Representative Juan Caladaria, a Democrat, introduced on Thursday legislation that would legalize the sale and use of marijuana for adults over 21. According to the Hartford Courant, Candelaria knows legalization may be a long shot. He introduced a similar bill late last year that was never raised in committee, but he thinks it's important that lawmakers hear from the public. A Quinnipiac poll last March showed 63% of voters supported allowing adults to legally possess small amounts of marijuana for personal use. In addition to taking the drugs out of the hands of dealers, the legalization and taxation of marijuana could bring revenue to the state at a time when large deficits are looming, Candelaria said. Colorado marijuana businesses sold nearly $1 billion of product last year, generating $135 million in taxes and fees. Shake Shack is now one step closer to opening in Darien after formally filing applications with Planning and Zoning Commission, Architectural Review Board, and the Zoning Board of Appeals. The restaurant would be built at the former location of Chuck's Steakhouse on the Post Road. Baywater Properties is the current owner of that site, and the founder, David Genovese, said that the company's goal was to find a restaurant committed to quality food and affordable pricing. Genovese told the Planning and Zoning Commission that his daughter Lily actually came up with the idea of partnering with Shake Shack. Baywater and Shake Shack employees presented their site planning to Planning and Zoning on February 2nd, following up on an informational hearing that was held in early November. According to Shake Shack's senior designer Lou DeAngelis, the Post Road site would be the restaurant chain's first location operating on a major thoroughfare. Designs for the site are somewhat similar to that of the Westport Shake Shack, featuring an outdoor patio and modern architecture. While the Westport location has been known to suffer from parking problems, Genovese said that those issues were site-specific. And finally, with dangerously cold temperatures moving in this weekend, many towns are warning residents to stay warm and make use of spaces like town buildings or public libraries as warming centers if needed. Frigid temperatures are expected throughout the weekend. If you are in need of heat or a warming center or know someone who is, call the state's 211 line for available shelters or visit 211ct.org. And of course, this weekend's weather will be too cold for pets to be outside for long periods of time. According to Connecticut's Department of Emergency Management, in this extreme cold, dogs should only be outside for a minute and then brought back in. But that does it for your in-game news update. For the latest in local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This HAN in-game news update was brought to you by the Sylvan Learning Center.
At the Sylvan Learning Center of Darien, experienced teachers and personalized academic support equals superior results. Our certified teachers uncover skill gaps, address specific needs, and help students realize greater academic success and increased confidence. We're enrolling now. Individualized after-school tutoring in reading, math, history, elementary math, algebra, geometry, calculus, high school science, and study skills. For a free consultation, call 203-655-3276 or email gmcsylvan@gmail.com.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000. The HAN Network is the leader in local broadcasting in Fairfield and Westchester counties. We reach tens of thousands of viewers via our live news, sports, and entertainment broadcasting. We can create your advertisement and broadcast it through our programming to one of the most affluent markets in the United States. And remember, our broadcasting is live, which means viewers cannot skip or click past your marketing message. And we measure our audience and their demographics on every broadcast. To advertise on the HAN Network, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back inside Wilton High School in the field house, Rob Adams, Chris Kalin, Dan Gardella. Dan, over to you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Ken Dustin. Coach, your team was down by a lot end of the first, beginning of the second. What did you tell them that it sparked them to cut the lead down to 11 at halftime?
I just challenged them to play harder. You know, it's their team, it's their game. I can't play for them, and I just challenged them, and obviously they responded pretty well.
What are a couple things that you told them at the break to kind of tell them, or things you need to do to make up this deficit?
Move the ball a little quicker and attack them.
Coach, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. Thanks to Coach Dustin as well. And to be exact, thanks to Mrs. Dustin as well. Rachel Dustin tweeting, "What a treat to watch the game from home with a sick baby." She said we're awesome.
It's nice to be loved.
It is nice to be loved, and hopefully the sick baby is feeling much better. And, well, we're not going to root one way or the other, but hope Daddy has a better second half than the way the first half went for the Senators. They are led by David Civil with 8 points. On the other side for the Warriors, 2 in double figures. Matt Cronenberg has 13 and Jack Williams has 10. But fouls are an issue. Drew Connolly has 3 at the break. Cronenberg has 2, nothing to panic about, but Connolly with 3 definitely wants to stay out of foul trouble, Cato.
And for Connolly, he may actually enjoy some time on the bench watching for a little while. I think Coach FCIAC may play it a little conservative. He needs him for down the stretch of this game if Wilton can close this gap. I mean, if Brien McMahon closes this gap anymore.
And for every bad thing I say about you, thank you for the water.
See, you make fun of me, you don't like me, you tell me all these things.
You know we are good friends, and I am an admirer of your hair.
And Marty likes me better. That's why he lets me come back.
Marty likes you better? Well,
and the fact I'm probably, I won't even get into the other fact, but
I don't even know what the other fact is, and I don't want to know until we're off the air. 37-26, our halftime score. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Just saw a note come across that Jay Billis has been named the recipient of the Basketball Hall of Fame's Kurt Gowdy Media Award. Jay Billis, good one. I think he still tweets a rap lyric every day.
Is that what he's doing? I thought it was just ripping the NCAA in general.
Well, he does rip the NCAA. I like that Jay Billis is tough.
But that's like his baseline happy place is rip the NCAA.
Well,
the NCAA.
Let's face it, ripping the NCAA is easy pickings as the second half gets underway.
You find 500 things to rip about them.
Well, that's true too. Second half underway. With the Senators moving from left to right. Into the left corner it goes. Here's Green Younger driving the baseline, lays it in.
Oh, great footwork by Green Younger. Dribble drive, ball movement, getting from side to side and getting to the rim.
Don't look now. The lead down to 9. Left side, let's see if there's an answer. Rattles in and out, no good. It'll go the other way. Moving down, it goes out of bounds.
Great work on that drive by Jack Williams, getting the elevation and the slap to loosen the ball.
Ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be brought in. Off to the left side, Green Younger. Swings it across. Off to the near side. Here's Suertes. Bounce pass comes back out. Taken there by St. Louis. St. Louis gets it. Off to the left side. Green Younger puts it on the floor. Got knocked down, but picked right back up. St. Louis has got it. Deals off. Green Younger for 3. That did not have the mark. Bounced back out, though. St. Louis fakes the 3. Drives inside. Here's Green Younger again. To the free throw line. Gets in, lays it in. No good, it wouldn't fall. Spun back around, though. Here's Civil. And a timeout for an injured Jamaica Green Younger on the floor. Comes right back up to his feet as the trainer had come charging out now. He stays on the floor for a moment in a 9-point game with 6:57 to play.
It looked like kind of the way Green Younger had fell down. The way he landed right on the funny bone. The best way to say it, because the way he laid there holding it and his arm just hung limp, it looked like he kind of lost movement. He lost all feeling in the hands for a quick second, and everything came back.
He steps away from action for a moment to get his thoughts together, slow the game up just a hair to make sure everything's good to go, and now Huertas will inbound. Takes a look to his right. Deals right, into the corner. Found Fields. Swing the ball all the way across. Here's Suertes. Lost the handle on it, but it's taken back. No look pass comes back to Huertas for 3. That was off the mark, and the rebound taken back by Drew Connolly. Connolly in transition. Connolly splitting the defenders, lays it up, no good. And the second try will be taken back by Huertas, so no second try. It'll be Senator ball from left to right. 37-28, 6.5 to go third quarter. Oh, the scoop, but no good by St. Louis. Little ugly here to start the second half, 37-28. Off into the left corner, now back out it goes Cronenberg. Cronenberg leaning in from the blocks, doesn't fall but a foul. Jared Fields picks up the foul, his first. Cronenberg to the line for his first free throw of the night. Green Younger still holding on to his right elbow. First free throw is good. Every now and then you can't help but glance at some of the funky apparel. Green Younger's got some interesting socks going on. Second free throw, it is good. It's like some of the things you wear, Cato.
I don't wear socks like that. It's stylish, though. I like it.
That is a good look, and he's got it right here in front of Cato in the right corner. Brings it back up top. Off it goes to Civil. David Civil puts it on the floor. Left side, St. Louis with the ball fake. Driving inside. Fields lost the handle on it. Picked right back up by Civil. They toss it. Fields had it. Scrums for it. Sliding. Oh, the save out of bounds by Williams, but turned right back over by Cronenberg. Across the line comes Huertas. Deals inside to the blocks. David Civil, it won't fall. He did not get enough elevation. Off to the far side. To the right to left. Pull up. Jumper is no good. That was Connolly for the Warriors. That great white and blue with the lighter blue that they used. Driving baseline. Green Younger. Waiting was Fields. He steps out of bounds.
And for Brien McMahon, they're getting the drives to the basket. They're not finishing. They're getting all the looks they need on the drives to the hoop. Got to put it through, Rob.
Last we saw, Greenwich leading Danbury 30-24 at halftime. 39-28, 5:16 to go third quarter. Here's Williams for three. Rattles out. Rebounded by Fields.
And Wilton's not getting kind rolls in this early part of the second half.
Green Younger had it knocked away initially by Cronenberg. Now picked up by the opposite number three. Driving the baseline. Green Younger knocked out of bounds. And then kicked right into the crowd. And they're going to call a technical foul on Green Younger for the kick.
It's a delay of game technical foul for the kick.
I thought it looked coincidental to me. Now, is that still something you've got to call?
Only because in that situation, there's no reason for him to walk out of bounds. It's Wilton's ball. There's no reason to walk out of bounds. As he walks over, he kicks it. He's not paying attention. And the fact that the ball's kicked away, it's a delay of game. It's a delay of game.
Obviously, Ken Dustin not happy with the call. So it'll put Matt Cronenberg at the line.
And it's unfortunate because that foul is now charged to Green Younger.
Correct. Free throw good. 39 now make it 40-28. Second free throw coming as Cronenberg stands all alone.
And for Green Younger, it's not. There's no malicious intent
No,
there.
that was kind of my point.
But it's not. But intent or anything like that doesn't necessarily mean a technical foul.
Right,
if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you're going somewhere you don't need to be, and you kick the ball away. It's a delay of game.
So it'll be inbounded, and the Warriors get the ball back. From right to left, Cronenberg will bring it up. Let's see if this is the turning point to turn Wilton loose between the circles. Williams at the line, no good. Rattled around, they get it back. Cronenberg puts it home. Matt Cronenberg increases the lead to 43-28, so that could have been a big turn in this game. The deficit for McMahon as a travel is called on Fields. The deficit had gotten down to 9 at one point, but now has ballooned back up to 43-28, 15.
Now, if you're Brien McMahon, just got to settle down, play defense, and just try to get you need to get a stop here at this point.
Cronenberg in the backcourt, crosses the timeline from right to left. A lob over into the left corner. That went off to James Maloney. Tipped around. Cronenberg gets it back near the block, swings it back around. Up top, played by Williams. Williams switches hands on the dribble. Gets between the circles, back to Cronenberg. Cronenberg steps inside the arc. It's no good, but the offensive board waiting there by Connolly. Now Williams. Williams drives the baseline. The reverse no good. Fighting inside underneath comes Maloney, and a whistle and a travel. McMahon will get it.
And great job on that rebound by Drew Connolly. Keeps the ball in control, dribbles it out to start over, trying to get a second opportunity to set up a play.
43-28, 4 minutes to go, third quarter at Wilton High School with the Warriors up 15. Kicked around, taken right back by Marvin Best. Best up top, dishes down low. Here comes Civil to lay it in from the baseline. 43-30, 3:40 to go in the third. Cronenberg falling back from the lane. Tipped around. This goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Warriors.
And now you're seeing Brien McMahon. They're swarming more around the basket on defense, preventing Wilton to get those offensive rebounds.
43-30, 3.5 to go third quarter. Left side, out of bounds it goes. Considering the size of some of our crews lately, this almost seems small to have an 8-man crew here tonight. Thrown out of bounds. Marty Hersom, Dave Stewart on camera, Tim Murphy running a camera, AJ Simonowski just doing his thing. Eric Gendron directing, Dan Gardella, Chris Kalin, and me, I'm Rob Adams. To the right corner, Green Younger will throw up a 3. Rattles around, no good, taken right back, good save there by TJ Burden. Now off to the left corner. That was Huertas, that misses as well, and rebounded back by Maloney. Gotta watch living and dying by the 3. Can be a dangerous way to go. Cronenberg up top. Cronenberg gets between the circles. Now falls in and throws it in from the right blocks.
Great drive by Cronenberg. Recognizes he's got the one-on-one and a shot at the lane. He takes it.
The lead at 15. Green Younger drives baseline. And before the shot, we get a foul. Green Younger runs the ball over to Tom Cribben and hands it to him. That gets a rather sharp look from the gentleman in the striped shirt.
Yeah, he needs to be careful because if he gets a second technical foul, he's out. He's out for the game and another one.
Yes, sir. On the inbound, he grabs it. Got it. Right wing foul line extended, spins around and traveled. I understood what he was trying to do, but at the same time, you got to watch and not show up the official.
Yeah, I give Tommy Cribben a lot of control on that. He could have easily teed him up.
From your perspective, as the ball gets kicked by Williams, and I'll come back to that thought because I know you officiate games as well. We've talked about that. Right elbow, swung all the way across, driving baseline. They get inside, taken back by the Senators. Senators in transition from left to right. Slinging it up and in. Marvin Best. (45-30), 2:15 to go third quarter, an official timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be a timeout. Trainer. It looks like I can't tell who it is. His number just came off. It looks like he's got a bloody nose.
Did Best hit that, or was that before the...
I'm not sure. I saw it 31.
Scoreboard is still at 30.
Yeah, I think he missed.
All right, back the other way comes Huertas. That does not fall. Question I was going to ask you. Now, you have, Tom Cribben's going to make the call in the moment. If that happens, you're on the floor. Would you have assigned a technical foul there just now?
I would not have, but he would have gotten a don't do that again.
A quick kind of whisper as you hand them the ball.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's not a whisper. He's told.
Okay. To the line goes Brendan Huertas. First free throw is good. 45-33. Okay, they've put it up on the board, so now we're all caught up. That basket did count. I thought it did, but
yeah, I saw what happened was it was on the fall. The elbow came down and
I trust the scoreboard.
It looked like it hit Liam Janney right in the nose with the elbow on the come down.
12-point game, 1:56 to go third quarter as we get a foul at the other end. And Green Younger picks up his third personal foul. To the line, first free throw is good from Drew Connolly. That St. Louis will check back in. Green Younger getting a little talking to from Ken Dustin as he takes a seat. Free throw up, and that is good. 47-33, 1:50 to go, third quarter. Off into the left corner. Over there is St. Louis. Spinning around on the left side is Best. Best got into the lane and stripped. Foul is Jack Williams, and his third personal foul. Kyle Schifrin will come back in. Cato.
And that was an obvious foul. Both officials had it.
FCIAC Wrestling Championships tomorrow, 4 o'clock here on the HAN Network from New Canaan High School. Little ball fake, they'll go left side. Backing it out. Off it comes to the near side. Burden had it go off the bottom of the backboard, goes back the other way. Connolly off to the left wing. Foul line extended. 1:25 to go third quarter. Cronenberg across into the corner. Breslin waits there to the far sideline. Here's Connolly. Connolly leans in from the blocks, and a foul called.
Connolly's going to get called for the charge. And he's going to come out because he looked like he landed funny. It looks like it's his hip.
That's also his 4th personal foul. Jack Williams will come back in as we come down to the final 70 seconds of the third quarter. A 14-point game. Left side, David Civil. Back up top. Spins it off to the right side for Marvin Best, and a reach-in is going to be whistled here. It's a kickball, excuse me. It'll come out of bounds right here with Marvin Best. Best will inbound it. St. Louis across the line with 60 seconds to go and knocked away by Cronenberg. Cronenberg in a one-on-one gives it back now. Coming in is Williams. Off glass, no good. Rebounded back by Civil. At the other end, leaning in and throwing it home is Burden. He has 4 on the night, 47-35. Down to 44 to go in the third quarter. Cronenberg will slow the pace down. Cronenberg between the circles, gets to the right elbow, spins around, gives it off Williams. Williams with almost a no-look, back out to Cronenberg. 30 seconds to go in the third. He drives, floater, good. Cronenberg's having some fun, 49-35. I know I forgot something. I'm an awful play-by-play announcer, an awful lead announcer. Back out it goes to Best. I forgot to mention who else is here tonight on the camera. Left side, a 3 coming. That rattles around, no good, with 7 to go. Williams, ahead it goes, finds Schifrin. Off glass, and a foul comes with 2 seconds to go in the quarter. It's an offensive foul against Schifrin. How do I forget to mention the legendary Sean Saylor?
You're just a poor team player.
I am.
Oh, my God.
I know.
You got it all written down. Oh, you didn't write his name down.
I forgot to write his name down. Oh. It's like taking attendance. Here's the final shot of the quarter at the buzzer. Oh! In front of the rim.
That was close.
By Burden. And the third quarter comes to an end. At the end of 3, Wilton 49, McMahon 35. Fourth quarter starts right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Do you do a lot of running around but get nowhere when you're buying a car? Visit Pamby Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for the one-stop buying experience and stop spinning your wheels.
Find over 1,000 special stories at Hospital for Special Surgery. Go to hss.edu/backinthegame.
I was jogging 5 months after my cartilage tear.
Skiing a year after hip surgery.
And playing grandma 4 weeks after hip replacement.
One special hospital, 1,000 special stories. See Connecticut patients at hss.edu/CT.
The fourth quarter at Wilton High School. Rob Adams, Chris Kalin, and Dan Gardella. Dan.
Well, guys, McMahon has been down. They were down by a substantial amount early first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, but have made a run. They've cut it down to 13-14, but they haven't made that one run. We're going to see in the fourth quarter if they can make that run and bring themselves back in this game.
I know Dave Rudin is here. I see him in the blue jacket near the scorer's table, but I'm just discovering that one of the most glorious beards in the FCIAC is in the house. Pete Paguaga is here tonight, and I didn't know it. I'm just having an awful night. 13 seconds gone by and a 30-second timeout called by Joel Jeriak.
You're just missing everybody
I
tonight.
know I am.
My goodness.
Just off my game. Cato, it's all yours. Take over.
Oh, I'm going to have the roll. Let's do the roll call right now.
49-35, 7:46 to go in the fourth quarter.
AJ, you're up. Yeah, thumbs up. There he is. Here.
That's all. Just a matter of taking attendance. I took a lot of attendance before the game. I just didn't get everybody. That's all.
Everybody's, you know what? We should make it mandatory now. You got to check in with Rob, even if you don't work for the HAN
Well, that's
network.
become my thing, is to make sure I note everybody that's here on the crew.
You're having a bad couple days. You forgot a shout out. And you're just going backwards, Rob.
By the way, Matt Cronenberg with 23 points, according to my friend Pete Paguaga, Islander fan that he might be.
He's having a tremendous night. Cronenberg.
Oh, Cronenberg. I thought you meant Paguaga.
Him too.
Yeah, probably. Right side, Cronenberg. Cronenberg at St. Louis having a nice little foot fake there. 7.5 to go. Left corner. Stepping inside and out of bounds it goes. A little frustration shown by Jack Williams as Mike Brown lost the handle.
And great defense by Burden. Recognizes the turn, sees the ball, and strips it loose.
From left to right come the Brien McMahon Senators, almost getting a face full of ball as TJ Burden able to snag it. Right wing, bounce pass goes left, swinging over all the way to the left corner for a three. That's no good. Coming over near Cato and AJ and a camera. Quick hands by all.
Yeah, but the two of us, we can't even get our hands on it. It's sad.
Jack Williams will inbound it right in front of us, so close he can hear us.
I mean, I could use the I'm old excuse. What about AJ?
Cronenberg across the timeline. He's got it up top. Goes to the left wing. Looks over there. Really nice crowd on hand tonight. A lot of kids here. I like seeing that. Off to the right blocks. Now to the corner. They bring it back out. Some smiling faces among the kids.
Oh.
Cronenberg throws it up and a foul.
That was an obvious.
Matt St. Louis picks up the foul.
Number 3 fouls.
His second.
Number 3 fouls number 3.
A couple of young ladies off to our left here enjoying the evening at Wilton High School. We had some boys hanging out here before that all wanted to get on the on camera. And Cronenberg goes to the line. And Cronenberg hits the first.
And you didn't get their names either, Rob. Nice job.
Can you step up and do something once in a while? How's this all on me? Cronenberg for his second.
You get paid more.
He misses the second. It goes out of bounds. Here's the best part of the reality. Cato now realizes he's got an audience in A.J. Simonowski and Eric Gendron, and they're both chuckling at him. And the minute that happens, Cato Taco picks up and becomes the funny man.
Hold on a second.
2 shows a night at Bananas Comedy Club.
One try the veal. Eric's behind me. AJ's to my right, just behind me, so I can't see their faces.
I can hear them laughing.
That's because you're special.
Uh-huh.
Take the rest of the night off.
Thanks, Dan.
FCIAC legend, Rob Adams.
Left corner, back out it goes Williams. This officially beat up on Rob Knight. To the left side, here's Williams. Williams between the circles, falls down and loses it. It'll go back the other way. Fields was able to get it ahead. Here's Green Younger and an obvious double dribble. Not the thing that the Senators can do in a 15-point game with 6.5 to go.
Man, Green Younger's a little frustrated with it. Sees that he has the lane to the basket, doesn't catch that backside defender to deflect him.
Get those faces on camera. They're too darn cute. 6:28 to go. And they walked away from the camera anyway. 50-35. Here's Maloney. In the lane, goes high off glass, no good. Taken back by Fields, looking to move in transition across the line. Here comes St. Louis. St. Louis right blocks off glass. No, it won't fall. Now the putback. That won't fall. The tip drill taken back and recovered now by Cronenberg to slow things up. James Maloney was able to tip it off to him. 6 minutes to go. Floater in the lane is good for Cronenberg.
Cronenberg keeps adding to his night.
52-35 with 5:50 to go. Right corner. The fake by St. Louis. Got knocked away by Williams. Now back it goes to Burden, the whistle, and
it's going to be a timeout.
Okay. I had a screen set for me by virtually everybody, but a timeout on the floor called for by Brien McMahon. They'll take a full timeout. We'll do the same. 5:45 to go. 17-point game. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN network.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. The construction is incredible, whether it's the floors, the fireplace, the moldings, the lighting. It's as peaceful as my home was in the middle of the woods. It feels like a house. It does not feel like a condo or a townhome. I feel like I'm in my house.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure every Thursday at 2 on the HAN Network.
Back at Wilton High School. 52-35 our score, 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
I could be off here, but Brien McMahon has 4 fouls in this half. Wilton 3. Both teams well away from the bonus.
I have 4 on Wilton and 3 on the Senators.
Did you include the technical?
I did.
I might have missed one for Wilton.
I don't know.
I definitely have the 4 for Brien McMahon.
On the inbound, Green Younger off to the corner. He gets it back. Now off it goes. Ball movement all the way around into the left corner. Over there for Burden. Bounce pass comes over, but taken back by Cronenberg. One-on-one with Burden. Throws it up in the lane. That was off the mark. Taken back, though, by Breslin. Sean Breslin, and a whistle will come against Jared Fields.
Fields a little too aggressive in his coverage of Breslin.
His second foul. And it is the team's 5th. I knew I was off by 1 somewhere. Inbounded from in front of the Wilton bench by Breslin. Bounce pass comes into Cronenberg. Matt Cronenberg, a 5'9 junior. Got knocked away into the backcourt. Williams goes and grabs it. Williams picks it up, 6'1 junior. Gets up off glass, no good. Trying to grab it, Maloney. He does. Up top, Cronenberg deals back to the baseline. Just a wild shot thrown up by Williams. Obviously no good, going the other way. To the near side, Burden. Burden to the baseline, swings it all the way over, now into the corner. 3 coming. That is no good. Rebounded and taken back by the Warriors. Cronenberg brings it up with under 5 to play. Gets down to the blocks. Off glass, but a foul.
It's a great drive to the basket by Cronenberg. Gets to position. It's just that
Jared Fields picks up the foul. That's his 3rd, and Cronenberg goes to the line.
Jared Fields just had position there. If he had just shown a little bit of patience and just let Cronenberg come to him, he could have gotten the block.
First one up and no good. He is 5 of 7 from the line. 4:49 to go, fourth quarter, 52-35.
And hard part, you see the guy go up, he elevates, he has verticality, but at that last second, he sees the ball right there, and he gets a little, the defender will get a little aggressive and go after it.
53-35 with 4:42 to go. Green Younger able to hit from the lane. 53-37. Cronenberg across the line, gets left wing, started to slide in, brings it back out. Williams there, Green Younger on him. 53-37, puts it behind the back. Cronenberg will take it right wing. He starts the dribble, lost the handle on it, gets it right back. Now fights from the right elbow, gets his own rebound. Now it goes out of bounds, and last touched by the Senators.
And you could just see the reach on St. Louis. Cronenberg has a dribble drive, has him beat, but he's still able to get that long arm in there and knock the ball away without drawing the foul.
Thrown up off glass by Maloney, taken back the other way by the Senators. Spinning around, they'll hand it off. Up top, they bring it right side Fields. Fields off to the corner, Green Younger for 3. That's good! His second 3 of the night. It's 53-40, and a lot of work to do still with 3:50 to go. Jack Williams to bring it up for the Wilton Warriors. The winner gives themselves a better glance at the FCIAC, but even then, things are not easy. Off to the right corner for Breslin, that's a 3.
Tremendous shot for Breslin in the corner with the defender closing. He's still able to get the 3.
56-40. 3:25 to go. The 3 hauled up by Burden, taken back the offensive board. St. Louis a fake. Here's Green Younger, drives to the baseline, off glass and good.
Great ball control by Green Younger, drives and gets that spin as he releases.
3:07 to go. Matt Cronenberg drives, and we get a whistle underneath.
It's going to be a 1-and-1, I believe.
I believe you are right. Matt St. Louis picks up his third foul, I beg your pardon. Coming into play tonight, Danbury and Trumbull both 10-1, so they're both going to be playoff teams. Cronenberg at the line. Stamford at 9-2. Again, this is FCIAC, so there's a third playoff team right there. Then you've got Ward at 8-5. Gets a little trickier after that. Free throw up. That is good. After that, you get to 7-4 Greenwich, 7-4 Ridgefield, 6-4 Wilton, 7-5 McMahon. Free throw up, and the second is good. 58-42, 3 minutes to go. What I'm saying is we got some work to do in the FCIAC. To the left corner it goes. Huertas into the blocks, puts it up. That's no good from the left blocks, and the rebound thrown the wrong way and laid up and in by Fields. So Jared Fields able to get it back to 58-44. It has been Wilton all night. McMahon once led at 2-0. Spinning around back to Cronenberg. Cronenberg having himself a game tonight. Backed all the way out by Drew Connolly. Connolly steps between the circles for the Warriors. He throws it up and a foul. Down to the final 2:31. David Civil picks up his second personal foul.
Civil got a little too out of control with that swinging arm.
Second one on the way. $60-44 and 2:31 to play. Dan, it's been easy pickings for the most part for the Wilton Warriors.
2 words, Matt Cronenberg. 29 of the team's 60 points.
And the three from the right corner coming from Green Younger, and now a whistle driving in. Came Civil.
That's the 5th foul in the half for Wilton.
James Maloney, the foul. Looking to inbound it is Marvin Best. Best lobs it into Green Younger with 2:20 to go. 60-44, and a lot of work to do for the Senators to pull this comeback off. Left side Huertas. Here's a three. That is too strong as it bounced around, and we get a foul, a push underneath, and now they got to break up a little something. Fields not happy.
Fields is not happy. It looks like he exchanged some words underneath the boards with Liam Gainey.
The 6-foot sophomore. Now they got to resolve whether or not it's a 1-and-1. Fields picks up his 4th foul.
Oh, it is the 1-and-1.
It is the 1-and-1 for sure.
That's right, because the foul was on Fields.
Fields will head back over toward his bench, now turn around and head back into the game. 2:13 to go.
So what had happened was Gainey had checked out on the substitution, but it's like, come on back. You've got free throws to shoot, young man.
Hits the first.
One more foul by Brien McMahon, and they're in the double bonus. It's 2 the rest of the way.
Second one coming. That's no good. So 1 out of 2 with 2:09 to go, and turned right back over, looking to run. They get it off left side. Cronenberg over there. Cronenberg, right hand on the dribble, starts his move, gets to the right elbow, went to hand it off. Williams lost the handle on it. Taken back the other way by Best. Best goes and misses the layup. Green Younger misses the first, but gets the second. He has 16 on the night, 61-46.
Cronenberg's going to get called for the foul.
So Marvin Best picks up his 3rd. It'll put Cronenberg at the line. Free throw up and good. Second free throw coming. And he hits both. It's 63-46 with 1:42 to go. Green Younger from the corner that rattles around, hit the top of the board, and it's no good. From the other way, it'll be taken by Williams. Sent ahead, Cronenberg slows it down. 90 seconds to go. Right sideline, they'll back it all the way out for Connolly. Connolly lost the handle on it, nearly fell into the backcourt, got it to Cronenberg. Cronenberg will now fight with the double team, and there's the jump ball.
And Brien McMahon wins the arrow.
They do. 63-46, 1:21 to go. Post-game show coming up. I'm imagining Dan Gardella will grab a post-game guest, and it should be an obvious one.
I think so.
Up top, now they drive in. The scoop off glass, no good. Taken right back by the obvious post-game guest. And down at the other end, Drew Connolly will lay it in. 65-46. This is mishandled as well, and it'll go the other way and brought up by Cronenberg. Cronenberg across the line from right to left, goes to the right sideline. Williams begins to dribble it out, now through a double team, and he stepped on the line. The ball will go the other way. 65-46 Wilton, as they will improve to 7-4 in the conference and 10-5 in the FCIAC.
And I give Brien McMahon a lot of credit. Wilton just wants to run the clock off. McMahon is not going to let them.
26 seconds remaining between Trinity Catholic and Trumbull, and the Crusaders up 2 currently. Down to a half minute. Cronenberg ahead, just holds the ball, now swings it over to the far side, waiting there Williams. Williams gets it back over. That got tipped away. Taken back by the Senators. 20 to go. It'll be Street. Here is Green Younger to lay it in. You could tell he wanted to slam it and instead styled just a little bit. Well, at the other end, it'll be held by the Warriors.
Yeah, well, Green Younger didn't have the position on the jump to do the dunk.
And this one is done. 65-48 is your final score. He didn't, but at the end, just a little style as he hung there to get it through the hoop. So it was cool. This one in the books, and very quickly, Dan acting right on the money. I don't even need to go to a break. Post-game already underway. Dan Gardella getting in position. When I get the thumbs up from the guys here, I've got it. Dan, all you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Matt Cronenberg. Matt, 29 points tonight. What was working for you?
I think the floater was just going for me. I mean, I got to credit my teammates because they're just such great shooters, so they got to close out on them and they opened up lanes for me.
It was a very fast-paced game throughout. What were a couple other things that were working for your entire team?
Well, we were playing defense. We had energy all 4 quarters, and we rebounded really well, and we just came out with determination after the loss.
With this win, you definitely improve your chances of making the FCIAC playoffs. What is your mindset going into the next game?
Well, we just got to win out. That's how we're going to have to make FCIACs, and we got to come out with all 4 quarters, energy, and we just got to make our shots.
Matt, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
All right, Dan, Matt, thank you very much. By the way, I will amend what Dan said slightly. 31 on the night for Matt Cronenberg. We take a timeout. We come back to Wilton High School after this. The final score, the Wilton Warriors 65 and the Brien McMahon Senators 48. You are watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune into Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock, Monday through Wednesday, right here on the HAN network.
You are watching the HAN network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back here at Wilton High School, Rob Adams, Chris Kalin. 65-48 your final score. Matt Cronenberg with 31 points. But, you know, it helps when you have others in double figures, Cato. Jack Williams with 10, Drew Connolly with 10. That goes a long way.
Absolutely. And just looking at this game tonight, Brien McMahon's biggest thing, finishing the drives. They got a lot of guys able to dribble drive, get to the rim. They couldn't put it through, and that's really what hurt them tonight.
On the other side for the Senators, Jamerica Green-Younger had 18 points. David Civil had 10. But just too much Wilton too early on, and from there, the Senators just never had a chance.
Absolutely, and it was Wilton's size and their movement on defense and their movement without the ball was able to create open shots, disrupt the passing lanes for Brien McMahon more than anything else at times, and especially early on in that first half where they were getting those fast break points.
The Senators certainly a state playoff team, but a little more trouble in the FCIAC. They fall to 11-6 now, 7-6 in the conference. For the Warriors, they improved to 10-5, 7-4 in the FCIAC. And of course, with the game in hand, that will go a long way. Head-to-head matchup when all is said and done, lining up these FCIAC playoffs.
Absolutely, Brien McMahon. They have a long hill to climb if they're going to get into the playoffs. For Wilton, they took another step on getting there, getting themselves a lower seed, but it's seed at the table nonetheless.
Big day for us tomorrow here on the HAN Network. We will have the FCIAC Wrestling Championships for you at 4 o'clock from New Canaan High School. I won't see you for a couple of days.
No, lucky you.
Not even for hockey on Monday, which will be a good one. Darien and Greenwich. Greenwich has some work to do now, coming off 2 out of the last, well, they've lost 2 in a row, including tonight to Notre Dame of West Haven.
Absolutely, and Notre Dame of West Haven, the Edward L. Bennett Arena, change the faces, but it's the same results are always, it always happens for them. It's a house of horrors for Greenwich. It's the one place where they just seem to have a hard time getting wins, and it showed again tonight.
So we'll deal with that on Monday. John Kovach will be with me on the call. So 65-48 your final score. Good stuff tonight. This one pretty fast and over pretty quickly, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Good, clean game, and you know what? It was just Wilton overwhelmed Brien McMahon.
And a great job by Dan Gardella, by the way.
Absolutely. I don't know where he ran off to, but
he's over there, looking better than any of us.
And like everybody else, he's waving.
With all that said and done, that will do it from Wilton High School. The final score, once again, Wilton 65 and Brien McMahon 48. Once again, Matt Cronenberg, the story of the night, 31 points, 1 from downtown. He also goes 10 of 12 from the free throw line. We'll start your day tomorrow at 4 o'clock with the FCIAC Wrestling Championships from New Canaan High School. That'll be Bill Bloxam and I on the call. Again, 4 o'clock, right around 3:55, we'll be on the air. But for our entire crew here at Wilton High School, with a big thank you to Chris McDougall and all the good people here for our crew. Sean Saylor, never forget him, because I forgot him early on. For Marty Hersom, Dave Stewart, Tim Murphy, AJ Simonowski, Eric Gendron, the Natalie attired Dan Gardella, and the always perfectly coiffed Chris Kalen. I'm Rob Adams. Enjoy your night. The Wilton Warriors get the win. Final score, Wilton 65, McMahon 48. From Wilton High School, good night, everyone.
The preceding has been a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties. This is the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in southwestern Connecticut and beyond.